Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Real-ish Podcast. My name is Happiness Eric, and today in the studio we have a very special guest. He is an activist, an artist. He's an OG before the IG. Ladies and gentlemen, move your body, make you shake that thing way you get. Music enter your head. Hey, please help me and complete. Omage, bend your waist, go down. You're welcome to Real-ish Podcast, Ruggedman.
Thank you for having me. But wait, first things first. Don't use activist first. Because I'm an entertainer before
An activist.
Yes, because and then when you just say activists now, politicians and government will just go. So just say I'm a humanitarian. I prefer humanitarian because
But what you do, it's more,
of active. It looks more like but I just believe I'm helping human beings, so I prefer humanitarian. When you put activism, when you put activists, there's a lot of defiance, there's a lot of fight in it, but I do my fighting very quietly and codedly and dangerously kind of things. I don't want the noise. That's why you don't see me talking too much about things I do on social media, but trust me, I do a lot. Down to as I speak to you, I'm handling like 2 cases today, this week as we speak.
Oh, wow.
But I don't put it out there like that.
Now, we're going to talk about that later, but first thing first, let's talk about yourself as an artist.
Okay.
And also, you just dropped a new album.
New EP.
EP. So let's tell us about it. What is it about? And it's dropping when?
No, it's dropped already.
Oh, okay.
It's called the Michael Stevens Experiment. It's a new EP. It's a 4-track body of work. And I titled it the Michael Stevens Experiment because when you listen to the EP, you hear me experimenting with different genres of music. You understand? Track 1 is called OG. It's a rap track.
Yeah.
Obviously, I had to put that in there before they would think I've jumped ship. And then track 2 is an Amapiano Afrobeats infused track called One Man. I featured a Gen Z singer called Magdo. He's a talented guy he's from your state, Kogi. And then track 3 is Gara. Gara is your Afrobeats cruise music kind of thing. Most people who have listened to it always, a lot of people tell me, this is kind of, I hear it's giving Wizkid vibes, it's giving Kiss Daniel vibes kind of thing. And then track 4 is like the Joker.
Okay.
Joker because it's a track that when I talk about the EP, I just say one thing. I took my own advice basically. And the advice I took is, when I talk to people, I tell them, look, whatever you're doing that other people are into it too, and you want to put something out, the best thing you can do for yourself is look for an angle. Look for an angle that make your own a bit different. That will just make your own stand out a little, because if everybody's doing rap tracks and you drop a rap track, it's just another rap track. But if they're doing rap tracks and you just put one Indian singer in it, have you heard that rap track with the Indian singer? You understand? So what I did with the track 4, I didn't rap. Not only did I not rap, I sang. Not only did I sing, it's actually a love song. Yeah. You understand? Very unexpected. And 100% the vocals on it, all mine. I didn't have any backup, nothing. And it's titled Found Love. Okay. The only addition there is Fioki played the live guitar on it. Okay. And right now as I speak to you, most radio stations that played songs from the EP, if they're not playing OG, they're playing Found Love. You understand? And then OG is aptly titled because I actually did feature some OGs on it. I don't know how many OGs you know, but I have Jesse Jaggs on it.
Oh, yeah.
I have Uzi Kwendu. He's the fire spitter. He's Ikechukwu's younger brother. Do you know Ikechukwu?
I know Ikechukwu, yeah.
Thank God. And then the only female in there, Eva Alodia.
I know Eva.
Eva is in there. And then the last person I have on that track is now he's called Mr. Styles. But he used to be known as Freestyle from the group Tribesmen.
Okay.
You don't know Trust Me.
I don't know Trust
Yeah, they gave us Shake, but whether you like them, whether you know like
okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, well, sometimes you know some songs, but you don't know
No, the
artists,
arts,
yeah. So Freestyle is from, it was formerly known as Freestyle, but now he's Mr. Style, so he's on there. So yes, that's what the EP is about. It's like I said, me experimenting with different genres of music, and then even the track called OG. I featured OGs, but we still used. The beat is a UK drill beat.
Okay.
So it's what's happening right now. Basically, it's not giving the old school vibe kind of thing. Because I know that when I told a couple of people that, oh, I'm dropping a new EP, some of them, their mind still went to Barajas or old school stuff. But now they've heard the songs. I did the launch. The EP dropped June 7th, 2024.
Okay.
Yes, and it's
Which
out
was last
on
month.
all music platforms. Yes, I did a launch in Lagos, Vanity Lagos, the club, one of the biggest clubs in Lagos right now. And then, remember what I said about having an angle? So what I now did, instead of doing, artists will drop a song and then they do, what's it called, open verses and get people to do covers.
Yeah.
But what I now did was, we wrote verses for a couple of people to do their own covers, But now, I didn't do the conventional thing. I didn't do the expected. People would have expected me to get other rappers to jump on a rap track titled OG. But you won't believe the people that I have right now. I have like 6 people who have recorded their verses right now. And instead of even it being a cover right now, trust me, I'm even dropping it as songs now. There's a celebrity OG remix EP that's going to drop in a few weeks.
Okay.
Now, let me just give you a lineup of the people who have actually recorded their verses.
Okay.
Iyabojo.
I didn't see that coming.
Mr. Macaroni.
Well,
Momiwa, Mr. Macaroni's kid wife.
what's going on?
Jide Kene, the actor.
Yeah.
Frank Edoho. Kevin Ikeduba. And as I speak to you, Lege Miami is working on his Aremu Afolayan. Gabriel Afolayan's brother.
These are not even artists. These are
They're
skit
not
makers and
music.
actors.
They're skit makers, actors, actresses. You understand? So that's why I said, look for an angle. The day I did the launch at Vanity, when I brought Iyabo Ojo up on stage, people were thinking she was just coming to dance. But they were shocked when she started rapping.
Oh, wow.
And at the end of the day, before halfway through it, people were just shouting. The band just there. Obi Kubana was there. As in the band just stood with his hands on his head, like
You
it was
didn't
just
expect
everybody was
that.
shocked. You understand?
Wow.
So now that's an angle, but it's still. By the time I run through the whole promo for these using the skit makers, actors, then I will now do an open verse for your normal rappers again. So that kind of like will still extend. That will give the track OG longevity. Sorry, I hope I'm not talking too much because you're the one that brought me here.
Go ahead.
Too much.
I've got to know about some of these skit makers and actors that we never expected that they are good in singing or rapping.
No, let's just take it that they had a
What
they had
really
a good
inspired
mentor.
you to do that?
I took my own advice. I looked for an angle, and I looked for something nobody had done before.
But don't you think it was a bit risky? You've never heard them sing before. Have you heard them sing before?
No.
So what?
It's it's life. When I came up when I came into the industry, I took a big risk. The song, well, not my first, the second song I dropped, the song that actually put me into mainstream, it was Why You Today Rap Like Mumu. What was the song about? I felt mediocrity was being celebrated in Nigeria. I felt we had a lot of good rappers who weren't being celebrated and all. So I just thought to myself, okay, what do? I love rap music. Do I just give up and let the mediocres, take it and then just go or look for something and look for something else to do, or do I do something about it? I decided to do something about it. I wrote the song, called out everybody that I felt wasn't okay enough and was being celebrated, and that's me taking a risk.
Yeah.
And what did the risk do for me? Let me not just me. The risk revolutionized the Nigerian music industry. The risk made everybody who's a musician sit up. The risk gave me mainstream attention.
Right.
The risk put me out there. The risk made me realize that I actually was speaking for millions of Nigerians who were thinking the same but didn't know how to talk or didn't have platforms big enough to speak and be heard. But when I dropped I became like the mouthpiece for millions of Nigerians. And I was called an industry watchdog. I was called so many things. I heard a story about, I will not say their name, a group that was in the studio recording, and they were trying to do a part of the song they were working on. Somebody said, oh, why don't they take this old song? And somebody in there, one of the members said, so that Ruggedman go put us up part 2, abi, we're done. You understand? And they didn't copy whatever it was the other person suggested.
Yeah.
And, so what's life without risk? And then when you have the right people to guide you, you can do a whole lot. And these people I picked, they're creatives already, don't forget. So I knew all they just needed was guidance. And of course, I had a great producer, Sudden Smoke, Gen Z producer, Sudden Smoke. I had a Gen Z songwriter, rapper, singer, Speci Kinging. So we all just put our heads together. I wrote for them. And nowadays, things are a bit different production-wise. Now we can bring a studio to your house, your kitchen set. Yeah, we can record. So that's what we did. I went to Yabo Joe's house. We set up. And I put her through, say it like this, do this, and I made them feel very comfortable because most of them are friends. So they know I didn't come there to try to get them to do something that will embarrass them. You understand? And then, I made them. You should have seen Macaroni when we recorded. By the time he wrote it, he voiced his first 4 lines, and we tweaked it, and he heard it. Oh, he just got up and was like, oh, Nigerian rappers, African rappers should beware. And once his own drops, that his rap name is Makasupa. He gave himself a rap name,
Macaroni is a
Makasupa.
multi-talented guy.
Oh, yes, he's an amazing person.
Yeah.
You understand? So he got excited. Frank Edoho, by the time, the same thing with Frank. Frank recorded Frank Edoho, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Yeah. By the time he recorded his own 4 lines too, half, 8 bars. By the time he recorded, we tweaked it, the producer tweaked it, and immediately we played it, he heard it, he just started running around that, no, they should leave it like that. That he's not recording anymore before he spoils it, I was like, nah, if you can do this 8, he will do the other 8.
So you're actually trying to harness the inner rappers in them.
In all of them.
Singers in them.
Frank said, when I sent him his lines and everything, he now called me, that he used to rap. That shouldn't worry. He got there. He actually wrote his own lyrics. And he's the rapper in all of them. You understand? Frank was great. Jide Kene was great. And I can't wait for people to hear all of this. The one they've heard so far is Mr. Macaroni's, because we actually shot his skit.
Oh, wow.
We shot a skit. It's on his page. It's on my page. Steez. The skit is crazy. So what we did with the writing for them is we actually embodied their characteristics. You understand? Like in Mr. Macaroni, we wrote according to his character. Yeah. So normally in his skits, he talks to a freaky and he goes, give me your number, let me give you money. So now instead of him saying it, he now rapped it. You understand? So I took him when he said that he wanted me to show him how to rap because he wants to be rapping to the freakies to up his game. So I taught him how to rap. He went outside, he saw a freaky, and then he started rapping to her and everything. And of course, Mommy Wa came and scattered everything as usual. But so basically I took my own advice, came from an angle nobody expected, and people are still tripped. And they haven't even heard anything yet. All they've heard is Mr. Macaroni's verse and the skit, and Yabo Joe, Mommy Wa, and Frank Edoho the day we performed. But they don't even know what else is still coming. They don't know it's coming. Okay, this is where the Igbo man in me now came out. They were recording Mommy Wa. When we finished recording Mommy Wa, she played it, she was loving it. And then she goes, boss, say, if I post this thing on my TikTok, that my followers will start using it to do videos.
Yeah.
And Igbo Mina said, hey, check it. Market is showing face there. And I was like, okay, you know what? Don't post yet. Okay. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you what's been playing. What's leading to where I'm going to with all of this, the whole recording.
Because I like the fact that you're trying to mix up with the new.
I'm mixing up. The day we finish the launch, somebody said this one Gen Z OG.
Yeah.
See, I'm wearing pencil jeans. So all of you think it's
I was just going to ask because a lot of your colleagues who are in your
who came out
when you guys came out, OGs there. Most of them are not as relevant.
I don't blame them.
Maybe because they don't mix
they're not
up
really
with
adapting.
The new,
They're not mixing.
So you have to mix up. You have to stay relevant and try to should I say upgrade? Or should I say...
I'll say you just need to be out there. You need to be out there. You need to be able to mix up with, you can't say, oh, I've done it before, so I know everything. Nobody knows anything. And look, trust me, if I walk into this place, I will talk to everybody like I don't know anything. That's how I've always been.
Yeah.
I've been around for a long time. Trust me on that.
Yeah, you have. Over 2 decades?
I started with Hotmail and Hi-Fi.
Over 2 decades.
And don't even try me. But when I walk into a place, I don't act like I know everything. I know what I know, fine. But if this is about podcast, even though I have my own podcast, but there's nothing I've not done. Trust me.
When are you inviting me on your podcast?
Well, we'll talk about it. Excuse me, it's about me, not you. So as I was saying. Well, we'll talk about it. You have made me lose my...
Oh, I'm sorry. Trail. So you're talking about... you're talking about
Momiwa's
TikTok.
Where the Igbo in me kicked in. Makit must move. So I just told her, don't post yet. You know why? Momiwa has over 4 million followers on TikTok.
Oh, wow.
So let's leave TikTok right now. All the people I mentioned, from Yabo, Joe, Jide, Kene, Kevin Ikeduba, Mr. Macaroni, Momiwa, on Instagram, in all of them, plus me, that's like over 20 million followers. And these people are ardent followers of these influencers and actors and actresses. Now imagine if just 20% of 20 million stream the songs.
That's minus the TikTok.
That's minus TikTok. I'm just talking Instagram.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's all about numbers now. You see? So that's how I am, Madia. I've been there from the CD era, from the tape era.
Yeah.
Now I've entered the MP3, MP4 era. Now we are streaming. We're in the digital age. Let me say it with a H factor, digital age. I'm here with you people. So if you remember Baraje, if you know my song that well, there's a line in Baraje that I said, I blend with the trend, stay forever like culture.
Right.
I wasn't joking.
Yeah.
There are a lot of things I said then that I really didn't know what I was saying until they started happening. One of them being I blend with the trend, stay forever like culture. I've been able to blend with every, I've been able to evolve with every generation. Yeah. You understand? Now it's all about the Gen Zs, the Amapianos, the Afrobeats. I'm right there. If you listen to the Michael Stevens Experiment, it's not giving any old school vibe at all. Songs in there, you hear the songs in there, what comes to your mind is the Wizkid, the Davido, the people that are buzzing, the type of music that's buzzing. You understand? Talking about saying things that I didn't know would be. Two-Face had an interview and he said Ruggedman is a prophet. And the presenter was like, what do you mean? He said he saw something that we didn't see back then, but it now happened. He said what? He now gave them a line, same from Baraja. Said some people, even with bomb for their body, then still no fee blow up. Remember the Nigerian guy that had bomb in his pants, Mutalab?
Yeah.
The bomb still didn't blow. The presenter just started laughing like, God. So, and then if we talk about Ruggedy Baba, the track I dropped in 2006, there's a line in there, the whole Ruggedy Baba song that I featured nice. What was I preaching? Put a face to Nigerian music. Ghanaians had hip life, South Africans had kwaito, then Nigerians, music that we know then was Fuji, Juju, Afrobeat, then reggae. But R&B, rap really wasn't that known. But these songs that I mentioned, these genres I mentioned, Juju, Fuji, and Afrobeat, these are genres of music that are, let me say, local. Not just old, as in Yoruba, Pidgin, Afrobeat, Juju, Yoruba culture. And that's why people, how will I put it now? People feel them. But most of us who were rapping then, we all started rapping in English, trying to form... even people that didn't have American accent were trying to borrow and all. But what did I preach about in Ruggedy Baba? I said, give Nigerian music a face. The particular line that stands out for me in that song is the only thing, when I said the only thing we're going to make them know where your music come from in the long run, are the fusion of grammar, your slang, and your mother tongue. You understand? And trust me, every song that's been a hit in Nigeria from 2006 when I dropped that song till today has been a song that has a Nigerian language in it.
Right.
You understand? So I said so many things. I did so many things. Some of my friends were like, "Oh, you're ahead of your time," and then, yeah, well, I wish I was ahead of my time and money too. But hey,
How long do you think you're going to last? How long do you think you're going to be relevant in the industry? Going with the fact that you're always evolving with new generation, with new trends, with new sounds, with new beats. How long do you think you're going to be relevant?
I hope there's no time limit because do you understand Yoruba?
Dear,
Not
dear.
really. Dear. Okay. There was a song of mine I did. I heard someone say one time, will Ruggedman not retire? So I put it in the song. I said, "Àwọn kan sọ wípé ṣé Ruggedman ò ní retire?" I said, "Ṣé wọ́n kọ́ mi níṣẹ́ mechanic àbí iṣẹ́ rewire?" So what that means is some people are saying, "Won't Ruggedman retire?" I'm like, wait, did they teach me mechanic work or rewire work that I'll go and do instead of the music that I do? You understand? So I pray to be as relevant for as long as I can be.
Right.
You understand? There's a King Sunny Ade out there still doing his thing. There's Shina Peter still doing their thing. You know, these are men. If you call me OG, what do you want to call them? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. You understand? So these men are still doing their thing. There's no age limit to music, or let me say to entertainment. The only thing that can maybe hold you back is health. You understand?
True.
Peter Duce is there doing his thing,
True.
and then so many others. So hey, it's only somebody that probably Nigerians have this thing for tagging and then trying to I won't say end your career before time because Nigerians love to put how will I say this now? They love to put
retirement age,
a retirement
like
age kind of thing, and then that's one of the issues we have now. That's why now we have the lifespan of music in Nigeria now is so short.
So short.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it is.
Some songs don't last longer than 6 months.
Exactly.
And that's.
Yeah.
I remember when I dropped Untouchable album. I dropped it in January. By March, I was online. You know, somebody sent a message. Ruggedman drop a new song. Like I was like, oh, I just dropped Untouchable in January. I said that one don't old now. 3 months. You don't old.
But do you think it's because we have lots of talented artists now coming up left, right, and center in the industry? There's a lot of competition going on right now. Do you think the listeners or the audience or the fans are having a little challenge trying to catch up with I think I like this person's sound. I think I like this person's sound. Before you're done talking about it, there's a new artist somewhere who is already trending. And do you think that's
before
also
Google, before iCloud, we had our brains. We can store as much as we can. We want to. Sorry, you understand? You don't have to remove one to listen to another. So I hate it when Nigerians try to do that. Oh, we've been listening to this person. Okay, let's listen. Why can't you just listen to Whiskey, then listen to the video and listen to? That's why albums have tracks. You listen to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can listen to 1 million. You have a playlist. You understand? You don't have to push one person aside or try to tell people to stop listening to one person because there's a new artist.
Yeah.
You understand? But when they do that, they just take attention away from entertainers, and sometimes they forget that this entertainment these guys are doing is what they make a living off.
Yeah.
You don't just say, oh, leave this person, let's face Lagbaja. Nah, come on. What's that Terry G song? There's space enough in the sky for everybody. You understand? So sometimes some people say, oh, we miss hardcore rap. Why do you miss hardcore rap? Google and you find it wherever it is and you listen to it. You understand? Some people will tell me, oh, Ruggedman, we miss your old raps. I'm like, okay, why don't you do it? I say, why? I say, no, only you go backwards. Everybody's moving forward. You want me to rap like I used to rap in 2004? So instead, go listen to the one in 2004. You understand? So, Nigerians really need to.
Whiskey said something about rappers. There was a time he said, the industry was shaking when he dropped that tweet. When he talked about rappers, like rap music is dead in Nigeria. That's what he said.
The industry was shaking? Or Nigerians were talking?
Nigerians were talking.
How long did that conversation last? Maybe 2 weeks? Same thing.
So would you agree to that?
Of course not. How can rap be dead? Hi. Did he kill Jay-Z and Eminem and Ruggedman and Vector and MI? I believe I think he wasn't he around when he wanted to drop something? You understand? So that's what a lot of the new artists this generation do. If they want to drop new music, they'll just come out and say something. And he's big. So when he talks, a lot of people, he has mad followership. You understand? So a lot of people will talk about it. Same thing Portable does. if Portable is like that man that said, I don't want peace, I want problems.
Always.
Portable, when it seems like there's nothing going on, he just come out, he just say one thing and everywhere scatters. You understand? And then he just talk. Maybe somebody just say idiot. Next thing he just say, oh, idiot on here. He just sing about idiot and he drops it a week after, and he goes. You understand? So yeah, you can't say a genre of music cannot die. It's not even possible. The only one that just might die is the one Nigerians created and forced on people, Afrobeat with the S. That's the one that just might die, because there's really nothing like Afrobeats with the S. There's Nigerian music, there's Afrobeat, there's rap, there's R&B, there's Juju, there's Fuji. Afrobeat with the S was just coined by people. That's why I said some Nigerians love to tag. They always love a tag. That kind of thing, and that, you know. Now, aren't they, but I'm sure you heard some of them saying they're not Afrobeat artists. Same people who were carrying the whole Afrobeats. Afrobeats
Whiskey dropped
banner.
his tweets like that.
He did.
Sometime
I think Burna Boy did. I think I don't know who else did. You understand? So that's why I said the only genre that might die is the artificial one that was created by bored Nigerians. Really. And I still maintain the fact, what I said, that Afrobeats with an S is just an artificial genre of music that a lot of talentless Nigerians hide behind. Yeah, because I know you're going to ask me, how? Because basically, when you remove the art, you can count the Nigerian artists that are really talented.
Right.
Both singers and rappers, you can count them. Trust me. The rest are just people who are vibing on cruising on great beats and maybe one street, popular streets, lamba, like they call it, kind of thing. And those are the songs who don't even last maybe 2 months.
Sure. So yeah, you were there before Instagram, before even the streaming platforms.
Yes.
How was it making music then?
Difficult.
And now?
Okay, I won't say difficult because it was our
Because
time.
I'm going to go somewhere. And
Who will now be hosting this show?
Okay, let me reframe. I want to talk about farming.
About who?
Farming.
Okay. As in agriculture?
No.
Okay.
In music, you know what I'm talking about.
You didn't say music stream farming. You just said I want to talk about farming.
Okay.
Okay, let me tell you what I tell my friends. You need to be specific. You need to be very clear. Nowadays, when you say, oh, Ruggedman, can I have your number? I'll just tell you, oh, I use this bank and this bank and this bank. Which of them do you want the number? And I say, oh, your phone number. I say, well, then why did you say that? It's because your podcast, they didn't pay. That's why I didn't call bank names.
Hey.
Don't worry, I'm like that. I'm into production too, so I know these things. Okay, don't mind me. Talk to me.
Okay. So you were there, you were in the industry, you were relevant before the streaming platforms, before the streaming farming came into existence. And it seemed like you guys were the ones that
need help. Okay, go on.
It seems like you guys are the ones that actually did the real work.
Paving the way.
Paving the way,
Some of
yes.
them don't want to agree. Well, yeah.
You guys actually paved the way, and you did the work, you did everything, you made everything easy. But
we did
now,
part of the work because there were people there before us. You understand? There were people there before us, so we played our own part. Just like the Gen Zs who are out here now are playing their own parts too. Okay,
so now it's much easier for artists of nowadays to have streams to get to that.
As long as you have the money, yes.
Number one.
As long as you have the money.
Yeah. Do you think farming is streaming farming? What do you call it again? Stream farming. Do you think it's actually real, or just people are just making it up?
No, it's real. It's real. I've seen you Google, you see videos. I saw a video, I think somewhere in China, they had close to like 1,000 phones in like a warehouse. It's a business because there's money in it. There's serious money in it. Do you know what 1 million streams will give you?
So Nigerian artists actually do that, because there was a time Buju came out to vent his frustration about how they who put in the work, who do the original work, are being frustrated because a lot of artists now do not want to go through the route, that process. They just want an easy way. They just want an easy stream, and then he started pointing fingers.
Yeah, that's him really. Yeah, I agree about him having issues with the stream farming. I agree with the fact that yes, people who have money to do the stream farming, yes, they're kind of like cutting corners. You understand? Because then you won't be able to have like, okay, let's say we have a top 10 chart. If let's say half the people in there, maybe from 1 to 5 are using the stream farm, you can't say, oh, it's because you can't say is determined because of the quality of the music or the acceptability of the music, because stream farming that's like bots.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
So yeah, and it's actually, yes, it's affecting music, it's affecting the entertainment industry because it's affecting the artists. You understand? So it's not a good thing.
In what way? Like artists who are not really talented, who are not so good,
but have money and then do the streaming. Yes, because it's just like what I said back then when I came into the industry. I felt mediocrity was being celebrated. So right now, people who use stream farms, who their music is not really that good, are being seen as the great.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, we deep down between them, they know they're not. You understand? Well, but then only people that have a conscience it's only people with conscience that can feel some type of way. But a lot of people right now are going into music, into entertainment because of the money, the glam, not for the art. When we came into the industry, we came into the industry for the love of the art. You understand? We didn't even know we were going to make money. I just loved rap music, and I was like, ooh, I was watching real MTV raps, 5-5 Freddy, Ed Lover, and Dr. Dre. Don't worry, you don't know these people.
Oh my God.
These are
not again.
These are the Nedus of your time. I was watching them and I wanted to be like, I kept, look, my biggest fantasy then was being on the stage and the people actually listening to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't even about money. You understand? I remember when I'd come up a little, when a hair was buzzing and all that, somebody would call me for, okay, want you to make an appearance in a club. When they say how much they want to pay, and okay, I'll be like, okay, I can only do maybe 1 or 2 tracks. They go, okay, no problem, if that's what I can do. But immediately I get to the club, I see the people, the music, they give me that mic, I go sing the whole album. Because of the love. It wasn't about the money. You understand? And that's the difference between us, people from my time, and artists now. A lot of artists now would just rather copy whatever's buzzing. That's why, if you see what we've done with Amapiano, it's almost like in Nigeria, South Africans are fighting us left, right, and center.
They've snatched it away.
You understand? We snatch it, we tweak it, and we throw it back out, and we run away with it. And the people even, and we, because of our numbers and our push, and our madness on social media, we can get a style of music to places where the originators couldn't get it to. So imagine a South African getting to somewhere like Somalia or like, let me say, Antarctica, and one Eskimo is listening to Babuluku, and somebody says, oh, that's a South African music. No, it's Nigeria. And argument goes start, that kind of thing, so there's a whole lot of difference. Back when we were making music, like I said, it was for the love. The way we made music was way different. The equipments were bigger. We had studio sessions, 8-hour studio session. You had 8 hours. Once, and then in the studio, there's always a big clock in front of you. You see the time. Immediately you enter, they just point to it for you. Your time starts now. So once it's 8 hours, they just open the door and do like this. That's
Time
all.
up.
So it's either you want to add some more money and you understand. And then sometimes when there's this thing called a tone generator back then, it's like a big machine that's this high. So nowadays you just open a laptop, you go to Fruity or you go to Nuendo, and you pick sounds and all. But back then, with a tone generator, your producer will kneel down and be turning the thing, turning a knob until you hear a sound that you feel that's the one you like, and all. And then they'll put it on the system, they will send it to the system and all. So now imagine your time is ticking, and I can't count how many times the producer was tuning, and he was trying to pick me. I just told him, hey, this one good, use this one. He's a lie. It's not because I really like that one, but because it was taking too long.
Yeah.
You understand? So, but nowadays, laptop, software, mobile studio, easy. Now it's even so crazy that you can mix and master in your room. You can upload on a website from your room, and it gets distributed to millions of people. You can still be in the same room and go on some music platforms, and you check your back end and you see the dashboard and you see your streams, the numbers and everything. And in that same room on your phone, you get your money transferred to you and all that. That's the big difference. Piracy show us Fefe, not Pepe, Fefe. Back in the days.
But it's not like that these days.
No, well, now we have digital pirates.
True.
They've swapped. True. Now we have digital pirates. Back then it was Alaba International and the likes. Then the digital age came and kind of like puts like 80% of Alaba out of work. But now we now have digital pirates. A lot of these platforms, they don't show you your back end. You don't know. It's only what they tell you that you earn is what you know. You understand? Because sometimes they can tweak it before they send you the charts to say, okay, this is how many streams you got and all whatnot.
So you're, in essence, you're trying to say that some of these streams are more than what.
Of course, trust me, of course, especially when Nigerians are involved.
So they're raping you guys. That's what
yeah. In the voice of Portable. Then they rip you. You understand? So yes, it happens. So that's why sometimes you might not want to blame the people doing the stream farming, because the more they get, the more money they get. So they really won't care about what they're not getting. But an artist who's not really doing the whole streaming and now gets small money, and then trust me, you don't want to know how much money is spent in promotion.
That's another part of it.
Millions of naira. Now imagine you spending 50 million, and then at the end of the day, maybe the first year you manage to get 10 million naira back. I'm just saying. You understand? So there's so much in the industry. You know, it's changed quite all right. But then when you're big, when your buzz is out there and you get millions of streams, it just might be a bit difficult for the distribution companies to hide a lot from you. Because they also won't want you to leave them and go somewhere else. So they will try to, appease you. If somebody like Ruga and Co can still come out later and complain a bit.
Wow.
You understand? So, hey.
That's it. Okay, let's talk about you as a humanitarian. Let's move a bit from music and talk about humanitarian. You've done a lot, like you said, and and not everything you do is out there on the social media. You talked about, activism, that a lot of activists are like noisemakers.
No, I didn't say they're noisemakers. I said I don't make noise.
You don't make noise, okay. Yeah. But with what's going on right now, we have new, we have new artists, new entertainers in the industry where, from you guys, when you guys were in the game, you're still in the game. I'm trying to look for the right word now.
Yeah, look, I wait for you.
when you in your prime.
Okay.
In your prime, you were looking at the likes of Sunny Ade, you respect them, you even up till now, I heard when you said, oh, you gave them their flowers where it's needed. There are lots of entertainers and influencers who right now, a lot of people are complaining that there's no regards anymore for people who have been in the industry for a long time before they came in. And then, lots of things have been happening recently with Iyabo Ojo, who is your friend, and then someone who said, very dark man actually, who is actually, self-acclaimed activist.
No, I think I've seen him somewhere say he's not an activist. He has said it somewhere that he's not an activist.
So, what he does, is it similar to what you do?
Yeah, kind of. Once you're fighting for the people, you're speaking for the voiceless, it's what it is like.
So you think he's actually fighting for the people?
No, he is. He is.
So what about the parts where he calls out, OGs, like what happened between him and Polo? Do you think it's okay? Do you think what he did was right? Do you think Iyabo Ojo is your friend? And I'm not saying you should mix emotions here, but what he did
I'm not that kind of person, really. If you're my friend and you do something wrong, I will tell you. If you're my friend and you do something right, I will heal you. So trust me, I'm not about the kiss ass life. Trust me.
Okay, so what he did was necessary.
Which part?
Was that part of
calling out
was that
people?
part of activism?
Obviously not. It's not. Okay. Let me put it this way. I had this discussion with somebody yesterday. When he started calling out people who have products without NAFDAC numbers and all that, I love that. But where he lost it for me was when he started going personal with people's private lives and things like that. That's not, well, he already said he's not an activist, so I can't say that's not activism, but to me, that's him just distracting himself and causing a whole lot of brouhaha where it's not needed. Whatever is happening between him, Iyabo Ojo, and everybody else, that's some personal stuff. That's some personal stuff. It has nothing to do with him trying to help people. What is the...
But it all started from, we all know how it all started from Mohbad's.
How do you start?
From Mohbad's death.
Me, I want to know.
And
because yesterday somebody said something like he said that there are two old actresses, and the person was like, but he didn't call names. Before I could even speak, somebody else in that group just said, hey, he didn't have to call names because we know who the two actresses who were loud about the Mohbad thing. And the last thing I said in the group discussion was, you don't start trouble, and then when it now blows up, you try to say, oh, but I didn't call anybody's name. Nobody be small picking. You understand? Anything you do, take it with full chest. Come out straight. Like me, when I did, I said I didn't have time to name and flog with canes. I would talk to you direct. I don't do side. So that whole two old actresses, we already know who you're talking about. You don't need to tell us their names. We already know. And that was where the whole thing started from. So another thing I said, the only thing you can determine, the only thing you have control over is your actions.
Right.
But you can never control how the next man responds. And then a third thing I said, once war starts, my brother, my sister, if it's your fault too, once war starts, you cannot dictate how your enemy fights you.
That's right.
So whether your enemy calls your daughter's name, your son, your father, your mother, if now you start them, brother, sister, take it with your full chest. Either you apologize immediately to nip it in the bud, or if you want to continue the fight however it's coming. But one thing you should never do is play victim, especially if you started the trouble.
That's right.
You understand? So VDM, I loved the VDM that started calling out products without NAFDAC numbers. But the VDM that now started fighting women and men, not what I'm into. You understand? I wish he hadn't even responded when all that happened. But hey, we're in a generation of cruise, buzz. We're in a generation where everybody wants something that will give them likes and views. And they're all everybody involved is getting it. You understand? But the most important thing that some of them are missing is he is someone who started fighting for the people, like they say. Fighting for the people, Abi. Fighting for the people, Abi. But right now, as we speak, what are people talking about VDM? What are they talking about right now? What are you talking about?
A lot of people
Iyabo Ojo, Paulo, Obi Kubana. Are they talking about him helping people? You understand? So he's distracting people. He's derailing himself. And I wish he would just take a step back and just cut off all of the personal stuff and face what he's doing.
Right.
You understand? Well, like I said in the chat, I said, look, what he's doing is cool, but the approach needs to be tweaked. Get the personal stuff out of there. If you want to be helping people, help people. People will hate you. Not everybody will like you, and you can't satisfy everybody. You understand? So he went personal with the whole Iyabo Ojo. He allowed himself, to me, he has derailed on that, and he's now quarreling with men and women all over the place. And then every time you get picked up, you get arrested, you go to jail, you come out. You understand? It's just a whole lot, but that's their own.
It's mentally exhausting.
And I'm not, I'm only saying this because you're asking, really, but I've never really spoken about it anywhere because really, hey, it's not my thing, really. I have my own wahala too. I've had my own problems, so everybody has it. But in life, as long as you're alive, shit will happen.
Yeah.
But how you respond to shit that happens is what determines the kind of person you are.
Yeah. Okay, let's talk about your humanitarian work as a police ambassador.
I'm not a police ambassador.
But there was a time you were,
I know.
you were standing in between citizens and the police, and you did a great job.
That's why I said I don't make noise about what I do, and so yeah. But anytime I hear anybody call me police ambassador, I just tell them straight, I'm not a police ambassador.
Okay.
I put myself in between the people and the police. Yes, I've been doing this for like 10, 12 years.
How's that going? How's that been?
Well, it's okay. It's exhausting.
I know.
Because like I said, as I speak to you, I have like 2 cases I'm working on. You understand? It's exhausting mentally, physically, psychologically. You don't want to know the kind of pictures and videos, gory pictures and videos I see.
So which means the End SARS protests, which started off from the brutality, or which was the main reason for the protest, was police brutality. It means we're not even like 50% solved.
No, we're not. It's still happening. It's still happening. It's just not as bad as it was before the End SARS protest, but it's still happening. I still saw a video yesterday
Of the woman that was complaining about her son that died in the police.
I saw that one. And there was another one about some policemen in Alausa in Lagos. They were just picking people on the streets and just beating them up and throwing them in the bus. And there's another one I saw about a policeman. A guy was just walking on the road. He just grabbed the guy and was trying to snatch his bag from him, and the boy was struggling with him. And of course, he will always go down to, policeman, would you leave the bag? It's my bag. I'm walking on the road. You don't just walk up to me and grab my bag and want to take it. You understand? It's so unfortunate that we have a whole lot of rogue police officers who do this.
Yeah.
You understand? And this only happens. This and so many other things happen because there are no consequences to this.
Right.
And that's why if you ask me anytime, any day, I would drop it at the foot of the government. I'll drop it at the foot of the governor of that state, the commissioner of that state. You are the ones I hold responsible, because if 1-2 policemen get prosecuted, jailed, and the ones who say they accidentally killed an innocent person, if they're sentenced to death and they're see, I've said this a whole lot of times, any policeman who kills any innocent person, to me, I believe, needs to face a firing squad. Public one, for that matter.
Right.
The way they used to do it back in the days.
Then.
Bad Beach, they just tie them on a drum and shoot them. I don't joke, I don't mince words when I say this. As long as they find you guilty of killing an innocent person. You know why I even believe it should be harder, the government should be harder on policemen? Because the policemen should know better. They're the law. They're the ones who know what to do and what not to do. They're the ones who arrest you for breaking the law. So if you're supposed to know everything about the law, you go ahead to break the law, then the law should come harder on you. You understand? So, yes, the whole police brutality thing is still there. I've been doing it even way before 2020. I've been doing it, you know, and I can't count. I've helped out, I think, over 10,000 people from when I started to now. I don't even remember when I started, but it just started. You understand? And I've been able to, make friends with some top policemen, some top policemen, top human rights organizations, top lawyers, and I work with them a lot, because instead of me coming out on social media and insulting the police, I don't do that. I don't do that time. Instead, I reach out to whoever I need to reach out to, and then, I connect them. 3 years ago, I started a radio show on Niger FM called Waiting Day with Ruggedman. What do I do? Just like I said about being in between the police and the people. Me, I'm in between the people and whatever organization they need assistance from. Cool. So I tell them to call in on the show, listen to the show. Even if they don't get to speak to me, we call out numbers of lawyers. We call out numbers of proper police. I always put proper before the police, proper police and then, of course, I call out numbers of human rights organizations. So depending on the type of assistance they need, I connect them to the real people. Most of the lawyers, they take up their cases pro bono, because the typical Nigerian, if you tell them, you need a lawyer, in their mind, a million, billion. But they don't know that there's some lawyers who can actually take up their cases free. And then what comes to worst, if it's a case where the person who needs the lawyer gets compensation, then you can discuss with the lawyer and he gets a percentage. Normal thing. You understand? So this is what I've been doing for years. I know I'm not a police ambassador. I was never made a police ambassador. But I was one of those who did the security meets entertainment event in Lagos where, of course, we brought a whole lot of people together to talk, the police and the people. And I also intend to, but it has to be next year, I want to do a zonal thing. I want to start from Lagos because I want to do a town hall thing with the police and the people where I want to go to different zones and then I want to bring the commissioner of that commissioner of that state, bring the local government chairman for that area, bring the DPO from that area, and then bring the people, bring lawyers and bring the press. And we all sit down and I go, people, police, what are your problems? You understand? Because something I've noticed that most police people, most of these rogue police, what they do is they try their best not to be friends with people. They don't want to know you because it's easier for someone who doesn't know you
to
steal from you and treat you bad.
Yeah.
But when they know you, that you're human, there will always be that thing. So what I want to do is bring the people to face the police and they talk it out. I want the people to meet the DPO of their area, meet the high officers in the area, meet lawyers, and then let's just discuss. And then right there and then, DPO, you have heard your people's problems. So now you're the police, you work for these people. They don't work for you, you work for them. So now give us a number or numbers that these people can call you on if there's an issue.
Would that solve anything?
We will try, but now look at it this way: it doesn't stop there. Now, when we give them the DPO and whoever's number, we also give them our numbers and our lawyers' numbers, so that when there's an issue, if they send a message or call the DPO, they will also call us. So just in case DPO wants to form onlooking, is not seen, we will call DPO and say, oh, there's this issue. They said they've called you. How far? Then if the DPO now doesn't do anything, we will take the case higher and report to a higher authority. And of course, in that report, it will be said that they reported to the DPO and he did not do anything about it. When one or two DPOs get queries, even if, they might move them and not jail them, depending on what punishment. When that happens a few times, trust me. And of course, I will make sure we publicize everything. When there's an issue, I will have a media person in that area. So once there's an issue and we report to the police, we'll make sure we put it out on social media. This issue happened. We forwarded it to the DPO. We're waiting to see his action. You understand? Now, when there's a light on you, tell me you will not try to at least do something, even if it's to do eye service or save your job.
Right.
So that's what I'm planning for next year.
Talk about the human rights organizations. Are they really active in Nigeria?
Oh, yes. Do you know a guy called Harrison Gwamnishu?
I do.
Yeah, that's one of them. Lots of them are active. There's Harrison Gwamnishu. There's I won't call myself human rights organization. I'm just me. Though I've registered my NGO, but I've not started anything on it yet. So maybe the town hall thing that I'm talking about. Yes, I'll probably start with that. So there's Harrison Gwamnishu. Even in Abuja here, there's what's his name? There's
Ahmed
this
Musa?
man. Yeah, what's the name of
Honorable
his show?
President.
Yes, at least is he working?
He's.
So there are some that work, But of course, I really don't care about anybody else. I don't care about anybody. I just care about what I do and the people I help and the lives that I touch. Out of all the thousands of people that I've helped out, I've not met them. I don't know them.
Right.
I don't know whether they're rich or poor. I don't know. All I know is right, wrong, help. That's all I know. You understand? Sometimes I tell people I wish more people were like me. I don't care who you are, where you are, why you are. It don't concern me. If it's something I can help, I help out. You understand? That's me. The only one that paid me one time. Okay. I don't ask for money. I don't do nothing. There was this guy that, he kind of posted on Instagram that some policemen are holding him somewhere. They saw 1.something million in his account and they're trying to force him to transfer it to them. He posted it quickly on Instagram. I reached out to him, got his number, and I spoke to him quickly. And I told him, and what I do most times, I say, okay, put your phone on speaker. He put it on speaker. And I said, okay, find out which station you are in. Try and know their faces. Try and see if you can know some of their names. I was saying this out, and they were hearing it. Try and know their faces. Don't worry, we know where you are. We have your location now. You know, try and know the faces of the officers. Try and get their names so that we'll know who to do. The line cut. Then after a while, he now called me back. Immediately I was saying that. They just asked him who that was, and he said, Ruggedman. They left him.
Oh, okay.
They now left him. So this guy now kept calling that, sending me message that should please send him my account details. And I said, nah, I shouldn't worry. You know, he said, no, he kept almost an hour. He kept asking me for my account details. And I told my friend, this dude is asking for my account details. And I've told him no. My friend was now like, okay, you didn't ask. He's offering. I said, okay. And I sent account details. Guess how much he sent me?
How much?
No, guess.
50K? 100?
Even try. Send me 10K.
Yes.
Yes. See, let me say this. 10K is money, yeah? Is money, quite all right. I didn't ask you. I didn't ask you. So
you insisted.
You know what pained me? So you see Ruggedman finish. That did not ask you. You now sent him 10K. I almost asked him to send his account, so I sent it back, but I just thought this guy will now take it and I munch it and put on social media. I know how crazy people can get.
Yeah.
You understand? And from that day, even if they ask, oh, Papa, no, I don't agree. Because I don't do it for money. I don't do it for money, but you understand? You know, that was one of the funny ones, but hey, I just do what I do, basically. And I thank God for life. People have asked me, why do you do it? I don't know. I'm just the kind of person that I can't be in a place where somebody's being bullied and not try to do something about it. You don't even want to know what I did during the NSAS. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. One. You know, I know at least that one. There was a particular day in, I think between October 10th and October 12th and 13th. I know I helped release close to 30 people around Niger.
Oh my God.
And one of the craziest was Oxlade's brother.
Yeah. That was one of the major arrests that we heard of.
That was not an arrest. They beat him to stupor. They were dragging him on the floor. We thought he had died. It happened in Surulere. And what happened? I don't know if you saw the video where some policemen were shot. I saw 3 policemen were on the ground, intestines. We saw everything. Yeah. You understand? Did you say you were there?
I wasn't.
Oh, out. Okay, I thought you said I was there. I was like,
No, I wasn't there.
You know, so I was talking to I was chatting all through with Force PRO officer Frank Mba, great guy. So he was now like, oh, Rugged, see what your people have done. That he said it was those people, including Oxley's brother, that shot the policeman. And I'm like, how? How is that possible? I said, Frank, possible.
They're trying to pin it on him.
They were the officers around there in Surulere were trying to pin it on them.
Him.
Oh, so what I now did was I now tweeted that anybody around Surulere where this thing happened, if you have pictures, if you have videos, please send to me. And people sent me videos from different vantage points kind of thing. And thank God I know how to edit. What I now did was, what really happened was there were like 8 officers on the side of the road. The protesters were in front. They talked amongst themselves. Then like 5 of them just walked into the road. And as they were raising their guns, the other 3 walked in front of them and they opened fire.
Oh my God.
So they actually shot themselves. So what I now did when I was editing, as they were raising their guns, I did it in slow motion. They were raising their, and I put arrows pointing to the officers, pointing to the ones in front.
Yes.
I showed it from different angles till they opened fire, everything in slow motion. And I sent it to Abuja. I said, see exactly what happened. They were not like, okay, that I should send them the names of. I just started getting all the names of all the people, including Oxley's brother. And that was how. Imagine if they had pinned that particular shooting of those policemen on, or there was no evidence.
Oh my God.
The day I saw Oxley's brother, now the way he hugged me, that was the first. I hadn't met him before. But when I met him, I think it was finally last year that I met him. The way he hugged me.
You saved his life.
You understand? And not just him, so many other people that day. I can't count how many names. I still have the charts on my phone, you know. So sometimes when people look at me and say, Ruggedman, you know they do anything, I just smile. Because I don't shout about it or, you know, come on social media and do ring lights and say,
You're going to learn.
No. Leave VDM alone. My brother has plenty on his plate already. You know, but, you know, God. I just do what I do, and I wish a whole lot of Nigerians could do more. You know, but the most important thing for me is I wish people would people complaining should actually just take their complaints to the source. The source is your local government chairman, is your senator, is your governor, before it even gets to your president. You understand? If Aso Rock is too far, obviously too far for you, go to your local government chairman, go to your governor.
Okay, so quick one here. People say there are still NSARS protesters in prison as we speak.
Yeah, I've heard that.
You confirmed that?
I can't confirm. I'm not a prison warden, but you know, but I believe is what we need to maybe get in touch with some of the human rights organizations and then get in touch with some lawyers who are active. Then they will be able to. I won't lie. It's something that's crossed my mind a couple of times to see if I can talk to a Harrison Gwamnishu, Sega Link. You know, these were people who were active then too.
Yeah.
So to see if we can, you know, follow that trail of trying to find out people who actually said, you know, made such comments and then ask why they said it and if they know which prisons, so we can just go and try to find out. Yeah. You know, but we'll definitely need Nigerians to come support because it will not be cheap and it will not be that easy to get them out if they're still there. You know, but then that's still part of what I keep saying to myself. Our system is really flawed. It's seriously flawed because we know that there's no law, it's not a crime to protest in Nigeria. So why are you keeping protesters in prison? You understand? So consequences, there are never consequences, and that's why a lot of criminality, people get away with a lot of criminality in Nigeria.
True. Okay, before we go, I just want to know, you came to Abuja. Why are you here? What did you come to do in Abuja?
I came to sell pure water because I had the business. And just
you don't sell pure water in Lagos?
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, look for an angle. You know, I want to bring Abuja.
Well, we don't drink pure water in Abuja. We drink only.
You don't even know what you drink. You drink only kunu.
Only bottled water.
And fura. Okay, now basically, because of the new EP, I'm going around a bit to different cities and making appearances. I do radio, TV rounds. Okay, well now podcast rounds, and then because I was in Kano last weekend. Okay, I had an appearance in Kano, in a hotel in Kano to promote the new EP, of course, and then I'm in Abuja to do some interviews, and of course I'll be making an appearance at Pollard Sports Center, and then to promote the new EP, and then to just let them know that the Gen Z Ruggedman is around. Yes,
Gen Z Ruggedman.
I claim it. You are what you answer to.
Yes, so. All right, Ruggedman, thank you so much for coming. It's been an amazing conversation.
Thank you very much.
You've been doing a lot. Even before you came, I had to go back and start checking what. I need to update myself on what Ruggedman is up to.
Did you see my movies? Did you see that I acted?
Yeah.
I have two, well, more than two, but
I saw some of it.
The big ones, Tony Abraham's Ghost and the Tout 2. It was on cinema. It was in cinemas, and then now it's on Netflix. Yeah. And then I was in Jim Ike's Bad Comments. It's on Prime. And then there's one we just finished, Red Circle. It's going to be on cinemas too. I'm an actor, musician, MC, TV host, fashion designer, humanitarian. Wanna know? Try me.
That's interesting. All right, thank you so much for coming on Real-ish Podcast.
Wait, what's the name again? Real-ish.
Real-ish Podcast.
Oh, Real-ish. I thought you said Re-ish.
From Real Issues. So
Gen Z, they should have to cut it one kind.
I'm not Gen Z.
No, the people that are watching, your producers, all of them, have been looking at them, especially the wicked one. Well, we all have faith.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruggedman, for coming. I had a fun time.
That's the third time you're trying to end this show. But
yes.
Go again.
It's you now. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. I mean, it's been an amazing time with Ruggedman, as you can see. He does not want me to go, but I will cut the show at the end of the day. Thank you guys for sticking around. All right. Until next time, when we'll come your way with another interesting episode. Please do not forget to subscribe before you go, like and share. My name is Happiness Eric. See you in our next episode. Bye.